before we start this tomorrow, we give you a nice going away gift. So I'm going to embarrass you one last time. Alright, so first things first, my name is Kenneth Bird. My company is ILEG Technology Screens. We're working late in the office because I got a lot of updating doing my website, and I've been grinding at that. Get that done. The new format, we got a new format coming out. So I told you before that when we develop these new products, that we have a fellow by a YouTuber by the name of Jamie Fernando Gonzalez that pretty much has got some very serious problems coming up tomorrow. Basically, like I said before, we're in the process of basically getting him deported out of the United States for committing very serious crimes against our companies, and he's just been a nuisance the entire time. Just pretty much just carrying on and acting up. So we're in the process of actually getting him taken care of. I'm happy to find out that the report we had to file through ICE for immigration against him basically updated with all the information needed. So he's on his way out. But I guess he figured to try to get a couple of good swings in there. But here we'll have to embarrass you at the end of the day. So, in your demonstration here, you have, in the dark, always in the dark with this guy, you have this product you're claiming to be our sapphire. Let me move this over here because my office is a bit of a mess right now because I'm working on a few things here on the desk. So this is supposed to be our sapphire technology right here. This is what it's supposed to be. And it's supposed to come up that dark. I guess next to his gray mix or gray screen paint, which again, we can't express this enough. We shipped this stuff directly to his house and he sent it back to us. But let me disconnect this for a minute because my charger's in the way. This right here. So as you can see, this is supposed to be our cinematic sapphire, and this is how dark it's supposed to come up. I can see that's nothing more than just black paint. Alright, so Jamie, again, not a very smart person, and we've been through this stuff before, but I figure I'd give you a nice going away gift because, again, like I said, we're never going to hear from you ever again, and we're done with you. We're done. We're finalized. But I figured I'd give you a going away gift, so I'll embarrass you one last time. Alright, this Fernando is a sapphire technology. Now, and the product here, which we painted down about 3 or 4 times in the demonstration, looks like this. But it dries like this. So, in order for you to say that you have our product, it would have to come up the same complexion we have right here. But the product looks like this. Yeah, we did a 3-time application, which wasn't needed, and dried it on camera. This is why I tell people at the end of the day, why do not edit your drying time, because people like that will come in to make false accusations about your products. So Jamie, we're just doing this one last demonstration at the end of the day because, again, like I said, we're not going to see any more after this. So consider this one of your last lessons that we have to deal with you on this mess. Because, again, this is the reason why you got yourself into all this trouble. It's the reason why you're getting deported out, because you came here and you just committed a whole bunch of crimes. And again, you have no respect or regard for anybody else's products. This is what you do. So that'll be all taken care of tomorrow. All right, so let's get our cell phone projector set up. Taco, I know you're laying right near where I got to work at every single time. Always where I got to work at. I don't know why you do that. You know it. Well, don't give me an attitude toward me. Don't be where I'm working at. An attitude toward me. So, Fernando, you being so naive and not knowing better, this is the color of the sapphire technology. I think what you saw in the video demonstration, because again, as I said, you don't watch things correctly. You never do. You take bits and pieces of what you think it is, and you comply to what it is, and that's what you do. We've done this demonstration yesterday. Now, you see that screen, Fernando? Does that look black to you? It's not. Painted down multiple times in demonstrations and videos. I'll send you the link. It'll be the last thing I got to send to you. Mine, this is the last video we have for you. You're leaving pretty soon. So, this right here, as you can see, looks black, right? Chasing his tail again. Painted it multiple times. The difference between this technology is that they're dark, but they dry light. And the reason why it was done that way, because the Lord automatically knew that this guy was going to come in and say, hey, it's all black, that's what it is, blah, blah, blah. He knew he was going to do that. That's why it was designed that way. So we're chasing his tail again. All right, we'll fire up our projector. And unlike you, you're using a 4K projector, right, in your demonstration, the Optima, looks like an Optima GT. No, sorry, it's the V2 projector. We're using 720p. In eco mode, and add more light in your environment because you have this beam light. Personally, I'm going to tell you something. That's actually a video from another video. Tell me if I'm not in your head run free. Jamie, I know your videos. Hey, hey, hey! Not the place to be at when I'm doing a video. You know better. Move it. Now, move it. I don't. Do you want to play that game today? You better hop up there and know who's boss is in there and cut that out. You can talk back to me. Anyway, I know what that video is from. That's an old video. A very old video. And you decide this is when you're doing some demonstrations against some black paints, making some false statements. That's where that video is from. You just changed the title. That's usually what you do in your video demonstrations. But we'll humor it anyway. I feel like I embarrassed you before. We never see you again. Jamie, the agency I contact tomorrow, when we're done, we're going to have you arrested. No time at all. And I'm going to have you out of the States. So, one last video. All right, let me see. We got the fire stick on this one. We got to run the fire stick through the other one. Get to there. You know better, Tucker. Come on, man. Don't be a jerk. Don't be a jerk. This is how you get yourself in trouble all the time. Stay out of trouble. You know better. Just right. There we go. I got to build my stand. I got a box stand to move to the back of it. I haven't got around to it. I've been busy today. All right, let's get a charger for this unit so you can fire up the fire stick. The fire stick runs on a separate charge. But here, now, judging that has to be your cinematic screen paint, right? I would say it's your cinematic, right? And that being your cinematic, if I lay a gray screen against this screen, it should look like the same way it does in your video. When we put the exact same snow dog. Jamie, I swear, you have got to be the dumbest human being I've ever met in my entire life. I can gladly say, through the 56 years I've been on this earth, I've never met anyone as dumb as you. I'm not mad at you. You are literally an idiot. Are you that dumb? I have advertising companies who are now working for our company. They have seen our technology. I have customers who have demonstrations far better than your demonstrations, even your customer demonstrations. I have companies who back our technology. If any of our stuff came out looking like that, it would never pass the batch number verification. So again, I know your followers are idiots because again, they bought your stuff and got ripped off. That's the way it is. They see them and they're like, oh my goodness, I never knew. Yeah, that shows you at the end of the day, that's why you'll have a house paint that we can make for $11. And he can't back it up. That's the product right there. Now, if I put a white surface, which you did, that's the first demonstration we did, we put a white surface against it, it would have came up when we showed off the snow dog. Jamie's world is different. In Jamie's world, you can show off tests from sun up to sundown, and his little apartment at the end of the day, he feels that because he says it doesn't work, he has the final say. Yet good luck when them ICE authorities hit your front door. You convince them with that trickery nonsense and see how well that gets you at the end of the day. It might get you cracked upside your forehead. You need that at the end of the day. You do. You need common sense knocked into you. But you're going to get that, trust me. So let's see what happens. Let's go with YouTube. Now, I told y'all from the door that anything we make, he's the first person to complain about because Jamie is very jealous of what we do. YouTube. Here we go. I'm going to bring up the snow wolves. All right, let me see. 4K snow screensavers. No, don't want internet shoots me. Where are you getting me? Always get me something that's not what I asked for. There we go. Now, there's a dog right there. Now, you said our technology, from what I'm looking at there, it looks like a black surface. This technology is black, but it's not black. So that's the mistake you made when you try to challenge our gunmetal technology. You were going by the color of the technology, and then when we took it upstairs and showed it was much darker because it's used to being under these high-power lights all the time, which that's something you're not used to being under. So let's take your surface and put it up there because I have your actual paint here, Fernando. Let me see. Where's this paint at here? Somewhere around here. You gotta turn the lights on too. There used to be a lot more light here. Let's see. Here. Here we go. This is your mix. Now, mind you, Jamie, we consider this to be all your mixes combined. Cinemax, all of them. Because, again, this is what you're supposed to do in your test, and you didn't do it. Let me see if I can put this on. Now, I'm curious, how come we're not getting this? How come we're not getting that? Because, Jamie, what you have in there is black paint. And you have black paint in there. Again, this is the reason why we have to get ICE involved in all this nonsense, because you come over to the United States and you commit crimes against companies. You spread false rumors about their products, making false statements about their products, to try to discourage people from doing business with them, from you doing lies. And this can get you locked up here in the United States. Regardless if you're a United States citizen or not, this can get you in a lot of trouble. And you see, I have more lighting than you have in your environment, of course. My projector is more low quality than your projector, of course. It's not calibrated, it's not 4K, and none of that. And I don't see my screen looking like this. As you claim, this is how our product's supposed to be. See, Fernando, this is the reason why. Because you have no respect for no one else's stuff. You really don't. All you do is you come on your YouTube channel and you disrespect other people's products. And I've heard other YouTubers complain about you. Any company you come near, you deliberately try to do nasty things to their products to make their products look like something that they're not, to make your product look better. There's a fellow who got mad because he touched this company called, I think it's called Links here, whatever this guy has a weird name to it. When we tested their stuff, it's actually pretty good. And Jamie went in and reversed the screen around knowing that the screen was going to come up darker. He knew it. And the guy jumped all over him about it. He said, you know, it's unfair that you attacked that small company at the end of the day and you went in and made their product look bad to make yours look better. He called you something dirty, rotten slime ball. Something he called him at the end of the day. And that's what you do, Jamie. You come to our country at the end of the day and you commit these crimes and you may try to make our American companies look bad. So, Jamie, you have my 100% dedication at the end of the day. I'm getting you out of the country. I've got enough firepower here to get it done. I've contacted enough agencies to get it done. I guarantee you, I'm going to have an ICE unit at your front door with police involved. I'm getting you out of the country. You won't be attacking any more any more companies at the end of the day. You won't be attacking any more American citizens at the end of the day. Because you have attacked other people besides us because you're upset and angry. You want to put an end to it right now. So, as of tomorrow, I'll start making my phone calls, and I guarantee you, I'm going to get you out of here. It's got mental issues at the end of the day. 4K demonstrations. Jealous. That's what it comes down to. Jealousy. Jealous of our products. How in the world is that screen supposed to be that color at the end of the day when that screen is black? We've got it in the container. We painted it down multiple times on camera and dried it. That's why I tell people at the end of the day, this is why you do not edit the part when it comes to drying. Because somebody can come along and do that to your product and try to make it look like something that it's not. So how would you have gotten this product? We don't even sell this. Where would you have gotten that product from? We don't sell that product. It's not even available yet. We're still testing it. So where did you get it from? Are you sitting there making a claim that you made our product? How would that be possible, Jamie? We gave you permission to make our black product twice, and you failed 2 times in attempts, and you failed. Couldn't even make it correctly. You can't even make your own stuff correctly. I've literally shipped you back your own paint at $11 worth of kids' hobby paint, and you couldn't even sign for the package because you knew darn well at the end of the day that that was going to match your paint. Ripped your customers off thousands of dollars. Oh, let's put it the way it is. You came to this country and you ripped off thousands of American citizens, because that's really what it is, Jamie. Let's call it what it is. You ripped off thousands of American citizens. You lied to churches, you lied to schools, you lied to institutions, you lied to old people, you lied to young people, you lied to anyone you possibly can. You could take $50 out of their pocket. And you made all these false statements about your product being so great It was nothing more than just basic house paint, that's all it was. And it burns you up to know at the end of the day that everybody knows this. This is the reason why you're leaving the country, Jamie. This is the reason why you're going to go down that path at the end of the day. And I'm going to tell you something, Fernando. Your path is going to be a very, very dark and awful path. It really is. Jamie runs into a number of things that could happen to him on this path. He's going to be in very cramped, dark places at the end of the day. His life will be in danger in that situation. Because you know why? You did business with the devil. What do you think was going to happen? And even now, knowing that this is about to happen to you, and you should be trying to get some kind of justification or something with the Lord, you're still basically slandering my Lord's blessings. Because that right there, that sapphire is a blessing from God. But your day is coming. And you won't be sending your wife to the door. And you won't be shutting and locking up anything. Because they will come in and get you. It will drag you out of that unit and put you in that unit and take you where you need to go. Now, I just found out that when I went in to go check, so we have to file another report to update, we didn't have to. The information that we gave to them, they updated our account already. So that means that's active. All I have to do is just hand it over to California police. That's all we have to do. Along with the documents that we have, they're going to contact them and update them and let them know, yes, this person is a person of interest here in Allentown and Pennsylvania. He has committed these crimes. We have all this information on him. Here you go to start your investigation. And they're going to come out to your property. And because that document we have now is updated, it tells that you are an undocumented criminal and that they're going to allow ICE to come in and remove you. So, goodbye. But I thought before you leave, I'll give you something right here. I'll embarrass you again, as I always do on YouTube. Red screen. Yeah. Enjoying the embarrassment? I'm not done with you yet. Blue screen. No ads. Oh, that's pretty bad. Your paint sucks, man. You know that, right? Your paint sucks. It really does. Nobody went through the test against it. It's horrible. Green screen. Ah, a little bit in there, almost. Mine is the blue technology. Let's see. Brown screen. No match. No match. No match. Gray screen. Dark gray. You can't read it at all, period. That blue screen is a better gray screen. Your screen is gray. Mid gray. Oops, commercial. How much of that we had to go to? Can we get this one over here? When do we start putting commercials behind gray screens? It's a gray screen. I guess everybody's going to make money. So that screen produces a gray screen better than your screen, and your screen's actually gray. Starfield screensaver. So you can read a contrast logo next to it. You can't. Now mind you, Jamie, unlike in your video, you're sitting in the dark because you've got this neon light. See that light that's coming off this neon light? See my neon lights on here? They don't pick up in here because we've got 24,000 in the ceiling. And you're getting your ultra sure throw. And I also want to tell you something too. That video is old. And the reason why the video is old is because we've seen it before. That's a video, an old video. You just went and changed the title. That's what you did. You're not going to be in that apartment much longer either. You know what's going to happen to your stuff, right? So when they come there to arrest you, landlord is going to remove anybody out of that apartment. If they don't come and get your wife and all, she's still there with the kids. His kids are grown, by the way, let you know. They're pre-adults. They're going to evict them out of that unit. Because right after you leave, we got to reach out to that landlord. We have a nice little conversation with him. And I'm pretty sure law enforcement officers are going to let him know. Of course, the people in the building, they're not going to miss up with a 10-foot pole. It's going to be a show. They're going to all see you out there being carted out. And they're going to contact your landlord and say, hey, look, that guy in apartment E just got taken out by ICE. So he automatically going to know from the door why that happened. So I want to make sure those officers leave my information there because I need him to reach out to me. I got some questions to ask today. Why is your apartment not coming up anywhere we look? We cannot find this thing. It's like it doesn't want to be found, but it's there. Another question. How much did you know of this guy's activity and what he was doing in that apartment? So, with that being said, lawsuit's coming. Because if we find out you knew anything that was going on in that building, you're getting sued. And mind you, Jamie got us two different people, which again, we're going to involve you in this too, because you played along with this guy, so you're involved in this too, to act like landlords. Because you don't want your landlord to find out. But he is going to find out. You're going to reach out to him. And I make sure he can reach out to me. Now, Garen, whoever's left in that apartment, I bet you that eviction notice comes through. He's going to get him out of there. Hey, you got one more time, Mr. Man. You're getting yourself in trouble. Go sit down somewhere. Come on. You're doing too much on camera. Come on. Let's go. Go. Can't keep you out of trouble. Stand above us a little bit. There you go. Keep you out of trouble. Knock over my screen, knocking off. So, as I said before, whoever's in that apartment, he's removing it out. So they got as much time to get all that stuff out of there, out of that unit. If not, whatever they can't take, he's going to throw it out in the trash. And chances are he probably is an older guy, doesn't know what that stuff is worth or whatever. He's going to throw it in the trash. Or a cleaning crew's going to come, they're going to take whatever they want. That's pretty much what's going to happen. So that's where that's going to happen. And you, on the other hand, well, you're going to have to deal with whatever nightmare's coming up next. Come on, Jamie, how dumb are you at the end of the day? You know what we do. You know the usual routine. You do something dumb like that, we come up and back out our products. We embarrass you on YouTube, and you suffer some consequences for this. Unfortunately, the consequences you're about to suffer pretty soon means at the end of the day, you're never coming back to the States ever again. Because the charges we have on you are endless. There's no way you're going to clear them. And at this particular point, they don't care. All they need to know at the end of the day, that those law enforcement officers seen those charges at the end of the day, and it shows that you are an undocumented here in the United States committing crimes. That's all they need to see. Whatever happens, it's going to happen. Spray paint is awful. 4K snow screensaver cottage. Yeah, you turn my paint unwatchable. Please, give me a break. You're the type of person that will get nasty with McDonald's and spread a nasty campaign that their hamburgers give people cancer. You're that type of person. You are definitely that type of person. And that's a crime, Jamie. In this country, that is a crime. Just because you come from someplace else doesn't give you the right to come here to the United States and do whatever the freak you want to do. There are consequences for that. It's us as United States citizens have to pay for the crimes that we do here. What makes you any different, any more special that you can go out and do whatever the freak you want and you don't have to pay for it? So, Mr. Fernando, I'm going to show you exactly what happens when you break laws here in the United States. By tomorrow morning, the phone calls that I will make will guarantee that you'll be leaving the United States for good. I will look at every day as your last day here. And you can sit there and go, oh, no, Jamie, it's not racist. You're a criminal. You don't belong to be here. You don't belong here at all, period. Now, if you're going to sit there and say, then, well, you did, Jamie, your stuff doesn't work. We literally sent it to your address, man. And you didn't do it. By the way, you never sent me my black paint. For those who don't know, we sent them a certified letter requesting black paint to be sent to us to do testing. It was going to be the ultimate black versus black. You never sent it because the coward was afraid. Because you knew what was going to happen, didn't you? Did you have to request for me to send you gray paint? No, you would never do that because you're scared to death. We sent it to your front door. Everybody got tracking numbers. They know what happened. Ugh. So even at the lighting we have in our environment, there's no way in the world, Jamie, your product would ever in a million years make my product unwatchable. Red screen. Yeah, lost your marbles at the end of the day. Well, that's basically about it, Fernando. You're leaving the States. You're going to have to contact every single law enforcement down there in California. You're going to see pressure beyond belief. We are going to push this thing to the roof. Even if me and my attorneys have to fly down there ourselves, we will have you out of the United States. You're leaving. Goodbye. Goodbye. So long. Time to go. Don't you know? Time to go, man. Goodbye. No more attacking anybody's companies. No more threatening people. Then get a big bad man, don't you? Wait till you see where you're going at the end of the day. We got people over there, Jamie, at the end of the day, will cut your throat in a heartbeat. You're dealing with some very interesting and very dangerous individuals. That's where you need to be at. Since you want to be the tough man at the end of the day, you go be the tough man over there. Those people, see what happens to you. Those are not the ones you play with. Some of these people are some very serious, dangerous people. And that's where you're going to be at. It's fitting for you. All the crimes you committed, at the end of the day, all the people that you ripped off, that fake screen paint that you made today, you got a nerve to go up there and act like you didn't do it. You like you did nothing wrong. All those people you scammed at the end of the day and you ripped off. Jamie, the only thing I'm not going to get out of this whole entire thing is I'm not going to get a chance to see you in court squirm. I'm not going to get that opportunity. But knowing where you're going, I'm happy with that. I'm good with it, 100%. Yeah, I got my justice at the end of the day. Blue screen. There's your crappy paint over there on my black technology. Your crap, your paint is trash, Jamie. You ripped so many people off. I couldn't imagine the countless people you ripped off at the end of the day. And left them with some failure paint that doesn't even work. You got to pay for all that, man. Karma is a very interesting thing. Everybody knows about karma, what you got to pay for. You got to pay for your dues in life. And you're going to pay, even if it's in blood. You're going to pay for it. Because where you're going at the end of the day, Jamie, it's a whole different world. It's a whole different world, Fernando, you're about to go to. You're going to be chained like an animal. You're going to be beaten. And there are things that are going to happen to you, man, I don't even want to talk about. Some of that stuff that I saw that went on them instant reports is absolutely insane. But you're going to go through this. And tomorrow morning, when I make those phone calls, it is going to happen. I don't care who I got to contact, who we got to reach out to. That new document, that new instant report is going to every agency we can get our hands on. We need this taken care of pronto. So I guarantee you, I'm going to have someone at that apartment. One way or another, I'm going to have them there. Even if we have to come down ourselves and swear those warrants out. Even if I have to talk to an ICE agent face to face, I'm going to have someone at that address. And I'm going to have you out of the States. And you can sit there and cry you want and say, oh, poor me, I didn't do anything wrong. You've done so much wrong, it's not even funny on how many people you have basically touched. Went out and cheated customers. That guy who sat there at 200-inch screen, did you watch that video? Of that guy who sat there and built that whole setup? Real nice setup. The time and effort he put in, he's probably thinking in the back of his head how amazing the screen was going to look. He's going to get this beautiful bright image and all that, have his curtains open and all that. He really thought he was going to have something nice. And what did he get? Some washed out image. You hear the guy in the video, his English is not that good, but he sat there and said, not enjoyable. Meanwhile, my customers are probably outside his window in their backyard watching a movie, watching sea turtles. That's what he should have had. You rip off anybody, you don't care. So, we got my promise, Fernando. I'm a person of focus, Fernando. I'm a person of focus. You understand me? When I set out to get something done, I push until it's finished. I guarantee you have my word. You're leaving the country. And you can laugh all you want. That'll make a difference to me. When those agents hit your front door, you will realize that what I said is true. So, tomorrow morning, we'll begin that process. All I had to do was reach out to Allentown Police. The officer in California told me what I had to do, which I'm going to do. Get them to send that information to their branch so that they can see the evidence up hand with the updated control number, which we now have an updated control number. I didn't know it was updated already. It was. Everything happens for a reason. Everything happens for a reason. And when they read through all that information, they're going to begin their report. And finding out you're undocumented on top of that and committing these crimes, oh yeah, definitely going to come get you. And again, like I said, they can't prosecute you. They're going to contact immigration to come pick you up. Once that's processed, I'm going to hire my buddy to track down your landlord, to figure out where he's at so we can send information to him that we need him to contact us. Because when we contact him, I guarantee you, and they're going to reach out to him, he's going to know that agents were there. Because your neighbors are definitely going to reach out to him. They're going to definitely tell him. Now, either one way or another, we're going to find him, we're going to have a nice little conversation with you. And I guarantee your wife, they're not going to be living there anymore because they got to remove him out of there. That's the destruction you cause upon your family. You don't learn nothing, man. You learn nothing at all. Not a thing. Literally just had this conversation. Oh, Fernando, let me explain something to you real quick. Where you're going, if they send you over to East Salvador, over there, they send you over there. You end up over there. And you try that nonsense over there, they will mess you up over there. Better keep your head down the entire time. This would be the time to start finding God. Not still playing with the devil. Jamie, your product's trash, as it always is. And we come out here and do the same thing too. Been doing this here for years, man. I've been beating you down like a dog for years, man. You never won one PayPal complaint against me. We got tons of your cancellations sitting under the desk. You couldn't even back up $11 worth of hobby paint. And you got a nerve to be talking about somebody else's product being a scam at the end of the day. You done ripped off all your customers, stole from churches, institutions, and God knows how many other people you robbed. Even your own people you robbed. And they got a nerve to sit around and tell people that there's scams in the day. Well, you don't have to answer for all that. And if you die in that situation, you die, what goes on over there, God forbid you lose your life over there, you better make sure you're saved, because in the next world, you're going to suffer forever. That's nothing compared to what you're going to go through over here, what you're going to get over there. Nothing. It's going to be unbelievable. So you better get your act together real quick. That's it, Jamie. We're done. Fast, quick, embarrass you, done, out of here. That's it. Now, my product's going to sell, make a ton of money, and you're basically over there, well, I have no idea what's going to happen to you, but I'm guaranteed it's not going to be good. Your little petty YouTube advertise. Don't do jack. I got a professional $1 million advertising company for my business right now. My technology will make a ton of money, and you'll be someplace else that you wish you were not at. But you put yourself there. You remember that. Don't blame anybody else. You blame yourself. And don't even dare sit there and say, oh, I love my wife. You don't love your wife. You don't care about her. You don't. If you did, you wouldn't have done what you just did. Jamie only cares about Jamie. That's all that matters. He don't care about his kids. He don't care about his family. He only cares about himself, and that's it. That's all Jamie cares about. We gave you a week, Jamie. We gave you a week. A week to talk to your family about what's about to happen. What did you do at that time, Jamie? You did it to basically attack my company. which now triggered us to now break the agreement and go down and get this taken care of so we can have officers and ICE at your front door. All right then, that's basically about it. We're done. Bye-bye. See you later, Fernando. Hope you have a good life. Well, I can't say you have a good life. Well, hope you survive it. That's all I can say. Goodbye.